Ashley Jones joining Beyond the Gates? Okay, I need to talk about this because I am losing my mind over this theory, and honestly, this might be one of the wildest twists this show could ever pull. Because tell me, why nobody is talking enough about the possibility that both theories about Ashley Jones could be true at the same time? Not either or. Both? And if that happens, oh, we are in trouble. I'm serious. Because imagine Ashley Jones walks into Beyond the Gates not just as Joey's long-lost sister Heather, but also as the hidden mastermind behind Plasma King? What? That is soap opera insanity at its finest, and I'm sorry I live for this. I've been following this storyline for a while now, watching all these clues pile up, hearing rumors Ashley filmed scenes forever ago and still hasn't appeared, and the fact they're hiding her this long, that alone tells me this reveal is huge. They are not delaying Ashley Jones for a casual role. No, something explosive is coming. And honestly, my gut keeps screaming Heather. But not just Heather. Heather as the big bad. And if I'm right, this changes everything. Because think about it. We've heard Joey has this fractured family history. We know there are wounds there. We know there's old resentment. And what if Heather, pushed aside by her father, excluded from the family business, took all that pain and turned it into power? Oh, that is deliciously dark. Like, she didn't disappear. She built an empire. An illegal plasma empire. I mean, come on. That is such a soap twist. I can practically hear the dramatic music. And what kills me is it actually makes sense. Because what kind of villain is the most dangerous? Not the one you know. The one hidden in your own bloodline. That's what makes this terrifying. Because Joey may think Plasma King is some distant criminal monster. But what if the monster is family? Oh my God. Can you imagine Joey finding out? Imagine him learning the ruthless criminal mastermind whispered about in rumors is his sister. His sister, I would scream. And let me say something. If Ashley Jones comes in playing Heather like a polished, cold, elegant villain with family trauma simmering underneath, wrap it up, she steals the show. I already know it. And what makes this theory even crazier is the emotional conflict it creates for Joey. Because now he isn't just dealing with a criminal syndicate. He's choosing between blood and betrayal. And I don't know about y'all, but I do not believe Joey hands Heather over easily. No chance. No way. If Joey discovers her secret, I think he protects her. And that is where things get dangerous. Because suddenly, this isn't just a reunion. It's a villain alliance, and that possibility has me shook. Can we talk about Joey potentially teaming up with Heather against the Duprees? Because if that happens, we are talking soap war. Two major villain empires colliding? That is not a subplot. That is a storm, and Joey has always had ambition. Let's be real. He doesn't play small. So if he sees a chance to elevate his empire through Heather, why wouldn't he take it? And that thought genuinely scares me. Because imagine Joey's criminal network merging with Plasma King. What even stops them? Who stands against that? Who survives that? The residents of Fairmont Crest would be under siege. Secrets exposed. Lives destroyed. Power shifts everywhere. And y'all know what makes me obsessed with this theory? It doesn't just add a villain. It rewrites the board. That's what good soap twists do. They don't add drama. They mutate it. And this mutates everything. But hold on, it gets even crazier. Because I cannot ignore this Rachel Lewis angle. Can we please talk about that? Because Smitty investigating Rachel Lewis. What if Rachel Lewis is an alias? What if Rachel, I.S. Heather? I'm sorry. What if Smitty is already chasing Ashley Jones's character without knowing it? I can't breathe. That would be insane. Because suddenly, Smitty and Jacob aren't just doing an investigation. They're walking into a war zone, and the danger around them skyrockets. Because if they get close to exposing Heather, you think she lets that happen? No, absolutely not. Someone gets threatened. Someone gets framed. Maybe worse. And I keep thinking, what if Ashley Jones debuts not with some glamorous entrance, but in the middle of a reveal. Boom. Rachel Lewis isn't Rachel. She's Heather. She's Plasma King. And Joey knows. Roll credits. I would throw my remote. I swear. And can I be honest? This is why I love soaps. Because they can make family trauma, organized crime, secret identities, and sibling betrayal somehow collide in one giant, beautiful mess. It's ridiculous. It's dramatic. It's chaotic. And I'm addicted. But here's where I start spiraling. Because what if Heather doesn't come back wanting reunion? What if she comes back wanting revenge? And now we're cooking. Because imagine years of bitterness. Being rejected by her father. Being underestimated. Being erased. And now she returns. Richer, darker, smarter. Not to heal. To punish. That would make Joey's shock even more tragic. Because he expects a sister. He finds a queen pin. I mean, that is Shakespeare with crime rings. And tell me Ashley Jones couldn't pull that off. She absolutely could. That woman can play dangerous. And honestly, if this is where they're going, they've been planting breadcrumbs for months. We just may have missed them. And I keep coming back to this. Why hide Ashley Jones so long unless her arrival blows up the canvas? Seriously? Why all this secrecy? Why all the delay? Because they're protecting a major reveal. That's why. And I know some people think maybe Ashley is simply a Plasma King boss unrelated to Joey. Fina, boss possible. But I'm sorry. Making her Joey's sister and the crime boss? That's next level storytelling. That's iconic soap material. That's the kind of twist people talk about for years. And can we be real for a second? Joey has needed a massive storyline shakeup. This could be it. This could be his game changer. Because suddenly he's not just orbiting villainy. He's tied to its center. And if Joey sides with Heather, oh, the moral collapse, the betrayal, the fallout, the Duprees better run. And I know, maybe I'm ranting. Maybe I'm spiraling. Maybe I need help. But does anyone else see this? Am I crazy? Or does this fit too well? Because the more I think about it, the more it feels almost obvious. And now I can't unsee it. Ashley as Heather. Heather as Plasma King. Rachel Lewis as Alias. Joey pulled into Criminal Alliance. Smitty and Jacob circling too close. That's not random speculation anymore. That feels like a blueprint. And if it plays out, this could become one of the best arcs this show has done. I'm calling it. But wait, there's one thing that makes this even darker. What if Joey already suspects more than he lets on? What if he's been hearing whispers? What if he knows a name? A clue, something, and Ashley's arrival doesn't awaken him. It activates him. Oh my God. Imagine Joey choosing his sister's empire over everyone else. Imagine him helping destroy the Duprees from inside. Imagine the betrayal if people trust Joey while he's secretly aligning with Heather. That is villain excellence. That is chaos. That is television. And yes, I'm dramatic. I know, but this show does this to me. I get emotionally attached and then these theories come along and I feel personally attacked by how good they are. Because if Ashley Jones comes in and this turns out wrong, fine, I'll survive. Barely. But if this turns out right, I will never shut up about it. Ever. And honestly, there's something poetic if Joey's greatest ally and greatest threat are the same person. His sister. That's tragic. That's twisted. That's soap gold. And poor Smitty, if he's unknowingly chasing Heather, he may be walking into deadly territory. I'm genuinely worried because the deeper he digs, the uglier this gets. And Jacob too. Their investigation could trigger everything. They may be the domino that starts the war. And I need y'all to imagine this season climax, Heather exposed, Joey forced to choose sides, Plasma King at war, the Duprees targeted, Smitty in danger, Jacob closing in, secrets exploding. I mean, come on. How am I supposed to stay calm? I can't. And maybe the wildest part, I don't even think Heather would be a one-note villain. No, if Ashley plays her, I think she'd be layered. Wounded, cold, brilla, maybe even sympathetic. And that's scarier. because villains who think they're justified, those are the dangerous ones. And I could absolutely see Heather believing she built Plasma King because the world betrayed her first. That kind of villain doesn't apologize. C concurs. And Joey may admire that, which is terrifying. And if Joey and Heather become this sibling crime dynasty, I'm sorry, the Duprees are in serious trouble. I'm just saying. So yes, my prediction, Ashley Jones arrives as Heather. Heather is Plasma King. Rachel Lewis may be another identity tied to her. Joey will be torn but ultimately protect her. And together, they could become the most dangerous alliance this show has ever seen. And if I'm wrong, fine. But if I'm right, we witnessed the twist before it happened. And that would be legendary. Because honestly, this theory is too good to ignore. It has betrayal, crimi, family secrets, hidden identities, power grabs, revenge, everything a soap should be. And I need to know, am I the only one obsessed with this? Do y'all see Heather as Plasma King too? Do you think Joey would protect her or turn her in? And please tell me I'm not alone thinking Rachel Lewis might be an alias, because that thought has been living in my head rent-free. Because right now, I'm convinced something massive is brewing. And if Ashley Jones walks on screen and proves this theory true, I may actually scream. Not metaphorically, literally. Because this could be the twist that blows Beyond the Gates wide open. And I am so not ready.